Liberty Falls is packed with hidden secrets. Today I'm going to be showing you every single side Easter egg, from free perks to secret jump scares. If you want to 100% this map, this is your checklist. Let's get into it. There are 8 guaranteed power-up spawns. Here's every spot you need to check. For Max Ammo, if you go to the back of the starting room rooftop and look towards the bridge, you'll be able to see it shining at the base of the bridge. To get the bonus points, head to Ollie's Comics. Look up at the window on the first floor above the air conditioner and shoot the power up. To get the Insta-Kill, go to the back of the cemetery, look at the back of the church and shoot the Insta-Kill. To get the double points, head to the cemetery and aim at the water tower. It's very hard to see this power up, but aim where I have and shoot and you will get it instantly. To get the nuke, head to the rooftop above the bank and look through the skylight and you'll be able to see the nuke power up. To get the full power up, go to West Street near the burning vehicles, and if you crouch you should be able to see the power up. To get the Max Armour, head to Washington Avenue. If you look through the zombie barricade, you should be able to see the power up on top of some trays. And finally, to get the fire sale power up, you will need to activate all 7 other power ups, and then head to the trash can next to PhD Flopper. If you look inside, you should be able to shoot it and get a free fire sale. If you think there's no way to get Deadshot without the Wonder Fizz or Sam Trails, you're wrong. If you go and buy a sniper rifle and go to the back of a church cemetery, you'll be able to find a row of cans. If you shoot each can without missing, you will get a free Deadshot Daiquiri. If you fail, you can always retry in the next round. If you go into the bowling alley, you will find a pool table. If you shoot the balls, you'll get a bonus 100 points. You can become the invincible superhero AETHERELLA, who can defeat anything with her lasers. To do this, you'll need to collect all 9 superhero statues using the jet gun. 4 of them are located inside of Ollie's Comics. 1 is near the entrance door, 1 is near the large AETHERELLA statue, 1 is on the shelf near the paintings, and 1 is near the exit door. Another statue is located on top of the motel sign above the M. Another is on the window of the red brick corner building on Hill Street. Another is located on the rooftop of the bank. Just drop onto the smaller rooftop and look between the vents. Another is on the right window of the church. And the final statue is on the lower rooftop of the bank, under the L of Liberty Lanes. Once you collect all statues, you will automatically become AETHERELLA. If you search around Liberty Falls, you will find 5 Mr. Peak bowling shoe locations to shoot. 1 is inside Pump and Pay gas station on the checkout counter near the cash register. 1 is in Frank's hardware store outside of Ollie's Comics on the right hand shelf. Another is in the house on Hill Street and it's under a chair on the right wall. Another is in the cemetery hanging from a tree branch. Look through a gap in the fence near a small mausoleum. And the final shoe location is inside of a funeral home located on West Main Street, and the shoes are on top of a coffin. Once you shoot the final shoe, you'll be teleported into the dark ether to the bowling alley, where you can bowl without worrying about any zombies. And if you get a high score, you'll earn some good loot such as perks, wonder weapons and salvage. You're also able to replay the bowling every couple of rounds. Just shoot the shoes inside of a toilet in the bowling alley. If you go to Riverside near the comic book shop, you will find 2 telescopes. If you look through them, you can find a dancing zombie on the hilltop. If you point both telescopes at this zombie, it will transform your location into a zombie rave, which is super cool and will help you get some easy camo headshots. If you interact with all 3 Mr. Peak headphones, you can play the Easter egg song Destroy Something Beautiful by Kevin Sherwood and Christina Scabia. The locations are on the ground between the alley of Liberty Lanes and the motel, on a bench inside of the church, and finally on Washington Avenue under the bench near the bus. If you blast your way through the gates into the radio store in Liberty Falls in search of the jet gun wires, you'll have a small chance of getting jump scared. While searching for wires, there's an extremely small chance you'll get attacked by a vermin. Let me know if this has happened to you in the past. You can destroy a car to get some amazing loot, such as perks or even a wonder weapon. To do this, find one of the 3 black and gold cars. You'll know it's the correct one because Mr. Peaks will be on the back seat. The locations are in front of the crafting table at the groundskeeper's yard, to the right of a gobblegum machine on Hill Street, and on a parking spot right behind Ollie's Comics. Use a Mangler cannon or a mutant injection to blow up the car to get your loot and intel. On vermin rounds, if you can throw 3 grenades, such as Semtexes, into the blood pool either side of bowling alley, you'll activate an orb that will reward you with points and salvage. If you do this over 3 separate vermin rounds, you will be granted with a fire sale. You can have a ring of fire trap in Liberty Falls. To do this, equip a napalm burst ammo mod and shoot the 2 unlit candle stands inside of a dark ether church, which are located on either underside of Pack-a-Punch. Doing this will automatically activate the trap. On a spire on the roof of a church, you will find a Mangler head. If you destroy this with explosives, such as the Semtex or explosive pistols, zombies will rain from the sky, and each time they hit the ground they will drop tons of loot, such as points, salvage, score streaks, and a guaranteed ether tool. You can melee a specific vending machine in the spawn room of Liberty Falls. If you crouch down and melee this vending machine at the start of every round, you will get randomized loot. This varies from nothing, and you can even get essence, perks, or even a ray gun. If you equip melee macchiato and melee this machine, you'll get much bigger rewards. However, you cannot get rewards from this machine for the rest of the game. On Washington Avenue, you can find a wooden crate. If you can get a chopper gunner or hellstorm missile and destroy this crate with it, you will receive a shovel. Using the shovel on the graves inside the cemetery will gain you a ton of loot. However, you risk digging up the undead. You can crack the code to the vault by finding these codes. Keep in mind the code is randomized per game. The first code is inside of the savings loan bank itself, right behind the front counter near the lamp. The second location is inside of Ollie's Comics, which is just behind the center sales counter. And the final location is inside of the bowling alley. If you shoot the ice bucket out of the way, you'll be able to find the final code. Once you have all 3 codes written down, head back to the bank and enter the 6-digit code. And once you do, you can enter and you'll get 500 essence, an audio log, and 45 seconds to safely use your loot keys. And that's every single side Easter egg found inside of Liberty Falls so far. Let me know below if you didn't know about any of these, smash the like button if you learned something new, and subscribe for more Call of Duty Zombies content.